babies smell breast milk. Okay, that they smell breast milk. So when you're lying very close to them, it makes them wake up so frequently because they want to suck. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be diving into one of the most common challenges new parents face, which is getting your baby to sleep through the night. We all know how important sleep is for both babies and parents. So I'm here to share some practical tips and strategies to help you and your little one get good night's rest. So guys, you need to understand that baby sleeping pattern is actually different from adult sleeping pattern. For babies, most especially in their first, second, third, and fourth week after birth, they sleep and wake up. They sleep and wake up to feed. Okay, so that is their sleeping pattern, and which you need to understand and you know just accept it with joy. But there are certain things you need to do to also have a good night rest so that you would not fall into depression. So like it is said that man can actually survive without food than without sleep. So as a new mom, you also need to sleep. You need that sleep to be able to take good care of your baby. So you'll be wondering, how do you get this good sleep when your baby sleeps and wake up, sleep and wake up? So there are things I have done, I have tried that really helped. So I'll be sharing that in this video. So if you're new to this channel, I say a very big welcome to you. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and don't forget to give this video a like. Okay, so let's dive right into today's topic: getting your baby to sleep through the night. Just like I have said, you need to understand that your baby would not sleep completely from night to daybreak, like that at a stretch. No, your baby would sleep and wake up, sleep and wake up. But there are things you need to do, or there are things that I have practiced that has helped me. This is my sixth baby. So I'm a mother of six. And all through these years, I've gained experience in child care. Okay. So let's get straight into the video. So number one, you have to establish bedtime routine. A consistent bedtime routine can signal to your baby that it is time to sleep. So this routine can include a warm bath, a gentle massage, and all that. So for me, I give my baby a warm bath every night when we are about to go to bed, and that helps him to sleep for a long time before waking up. So for me, what I usually do is this: I make sure that I am done with whatever I want to do for the day, and I am ready to go to bed myself before bathing my baby for the night. Okay, so usually I stick to a particular time, let's say 9 p.m. Okay, by then I'll make sure that I am ready to go to bed. And by the time I bathe him, feed him, I put him to sleep, and immediately I also join him to sleep. So that by the time he wakes up, I would have gained or gotten, some amount of sleep to help my body, to help me. Okay. So that is tip number one. Establish a bedtime routine. So you give your baby warm bath every night at a particular time, and your baby will get used to it, and it will become a routine that by this time he feels this particular way. He feels, because that bath will give him a new feeling. So by this time he feels this way, and you feed him and he goes to sleep. Okay, so that is one thing I do to ensure that I get some amount of sleep before daybreak. So tip number two: create a sleep-friendly environment. So ensure that your baby's sleep environment is conducive to rest. Okay, so it should be dark, it should be quiet, and the temperature should be okay for your baby. Should be comfortable. Shouldn't be too hot or too cold. Okay, so tip number three: encourage self-soothing. Yes, what do I mean by self-soothing? Let your baby put your baby down before he or she totally goes to sleep. Why he's feeling drowsy and about to sleep, just put him down. Okay, and when he puts his hand in the mouth and all that, leave him. That is the way to self-soothe. Okay, so most times babies put their hand in their mouth to help them suck even when the breast is not there with them. So do not stop the child at that moment. Allow the child to sleep. Okay, so that is tip number 3 for you. Tip number 4, that is exactly what I am doing now. You can see he's awake. Monitor daytime naps. Monitor daytime naps. Do not let your baby sleep all through the day. If your baby sleep all through the day, your baby is gonna stay awake at night. Yes. So I would have put my baby to sleep by this time. I would have just back him, rock him and all that, and he will sleep. But I'm training him to stay awake during the day so that at night he can sleep better. So right now he's playing, he might be feeling sleepy, but I am making this video. So after this video, I can suit him to sleep depending on the time. Yes. So I practically train him to stay awake. And there are ways you can train your baby to stay awake during the day. You can have him or her stay in the rocker. I have a rocker where I usually place him, but right now he feels like staying in my hand. When I place him there, he doesn't want to stay for now, so he wants to stay in my hand. And I said, okay, let's do this video together. Okay, so I am training him to stay awake during the day, and at night we both go to sleep. So that is it for monitoring daytime naps. Most times we would want our babies to just sleep, for a long time during the day so that we can do whatever we want to do. But remember, you can't eat your cake and have it. So if your baby doesn't want to sleep during the day, don't force her or him. Don't force your baby. Allow him or her to stay awake so that at night you can sleep. So when your baby is awake during the day, you can back your baby, you can place your baby in a rocker, you can have somebody help you carry your baby. But don't force your baby to sleep during the day. But if he or she decides that she wants to sleep, fine, let her or him sleep. Okay, so that is tip number 4. So tip number 5, implement a feeding schedule. Ensure your baby is well fed during the day. Okay, and this can help reduce night wakings. Make sure during the day your baby is well fed. As the baby is awake, just feed and feed and feed. Whenever the baby is hungry or when the baby wants to feed, just keep feeding. Okay, so that your baby can be awake during the day and sleep at night. So for tip number 6, make sure your baby is very full before he or she goes to bed. In that way, your baby would sleep longer. Yes, so after bathing my baby at night, I make sure I feed him very well before putting him down. So after feeding your baby at night, you make sure he's comfortable. You make sure he's wearing a very comfortable wear, and you make sure the temperature of the room is okay, and you put your baby to sleep. In that way, your baby will sleep for longer period and you yourself will sleep as well. Okay, so for tip number 7, your baby sleeping position. It is encouraged by medical practitioners that you lay your baby at his back. That is, your baby should be lying at the back. Yes, that is for a reason. So for the first 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of me having my baby, I lay my baby sleeping on his back. But after that 1 month, I started laying my baby facing down. Like I started lying him on his tummy. Though they said it is not advisable, they said it is not encouraged to allow baby sleep on their tummy, but this has actually worked for me. Okay, this has actually worked for me. This is how I've been lying my children on the bed. and they sleep for a long time. So according to the medical practitioners, they said putting your baby lying on the tummy is not advisable because of SIDS, that is sudden infant death syndrome. But this has actually worked for me. I learned it from my mom. You know, African mothers, they have a way of breaking codes. So I am not telling you to practice it, but that is what I have done. My babies sleep longer when lying on their belly. They are so comfortable, most especially during the colic period, during the period when they are having colic. Okay, so they sleep better on their tummy. All I do is just monitor my baby when they are sleeping, okay, during the daytime, and at night I am sleeping close to my baby, so I am not so a deep sleeper. So I notice any slight movement and all that. Okay, so I allow my baby lie on the tummy, and this position has really helped me gain adequate sleep at night. Okay, so but I'm not telling you to practice it if you haven't been doing it, but there are ways to actually let your baby sleep on the tummy and be safe. Okay, so what I do, I make sure that where he sleep is a bit elevated like this. He's sleeping on his tummy, but the head is above like this, is high. Okay, so that is what I do, just like the picture you can see on the screen. Okay, so that is how I lay my babies to sleep and have a very nice sleep. So one other thing I do to ensure that my babies sleep well at night, that I too also get adequate sleep, is I don't sleep very close to my baby. I actually sleep on the same bed with my baby, but not side by side, unless when he wakes up and I carry him to feed. But when I finish feeding him, make him to burp and I put him back, I make sure I sleep a little bit far from him, but on the same bed. Sometimes while he's lying this way, I am lying at this side of, this side. Why do I do that? There's this belief that babies smell breast milk. Okay, that they smell breast milk. So when you're lying very close to them, it makes them wake up so frequently because they want to suck, they want to take milk. Okay, so I actually, when I put my baby lying this way, I lie this way so that his nose will be a bit far from the breast. I hope that makes sense, but that's worked for me. Actually, it has worked for me. Okay, so that is tip number 8 or so. So tip number 9, guys, don't quickly pick up your baby immediately you hear or you see him move while he's sleeping. He might be changing gear. Yes, so perhaps he has been sleeping on gear 1 and now he decides to change to gear 2. You just quickly rush and carry the baby thinking that he's awake. No, your baby might actually, I'm just using the word changing gear, okay? So your baby might actually be falling into deep sleep at that moment. So you going to lift him up immediately, you just be waking up a sleeping child. So just give a second. When you hear your baby move or make certain sound while sleeping, just look at your baby, okay? Observe your baby's breathing and everything and make sure he's sleeping well. But don't just quickly carry. Okay, in that way you might just be waking up a sleeping child. Most times I notice when they make such moves, it might be that they are dreaming. Okay, yes, babies dream, so they might be dreaming and all that. Sometimes you see them smile, sometimes they'll just cry a little bit, and not that they are waking up. Okay, so when you look at your baby and you see that your baby is still sleeping, just let the child sleep and you also go back to sleep. Okay, you need that sleep as a nursing mother to avoid depression. Postpartum depression is real. Okay, so you need to calm your body, you need to sleep so that you can be active during the day and take good care of your baby. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. So the next tip, I've actually lost count. Okay, but the next tip is making sure that your baby is very comfortable when sleeping. Do not overclothe your baby when there is not so much cold, okay? And do not overexpose your baby. So you need to actually know the temperature and wear your baby something that suits the temperature or the atmosphere, okay? So if there is so much cold, you definitely need to clothe your baby for him not to feel the cold, okay? Because babies don't like so much cold and they don't like being so hot. Right now my baby is actually using his fan because there's no light, so he likes fan a lot. So you can see his rechargeable fan, okay? So he likes he doesn't like heat at all. This baby is Oyibo. He doesn't like heat at all. Okay, so guys, let's continue. All right, let's talk. So this is it, guys. He has started sucking, and I know he would sleep from here. Okay, he would sleep, but that is fine, that is okay. He has tried for the day. Yes, he has really tried. This boy have not slept well today, and like I said, baby sleeping pattern, they actually change their sleeping pattern at that first 1 week to 1 month. They usually sleep well during the day. Yes, they actually sleep well during the day. Like after bathing your baby, feeding, they sleep, they wake up to feed, they sleep. But as they progress, okay, it will get to a time that during the day you even be the one begging them to sleep. Okay, perhaps you're so busy, you have a lot of things to do, you will be saying, this baby sleep, why are you not sleeping? That is their sleeping pattern. Okay, it changes as they grow. Okay, so what you can simply do during the day when your baby is not sleeping, you can simply back your baby. Yes, like here in Africa, here in Nigeria, backing our baby is nothing. It's not a difficult thing. I back my baby to cook, I back my baby to do my house chores. So it is something enjoyable. Okay, I even prefer using wrapper to back than carry my baby with the baby carrier. Okay, so if your baby refuses to sleep during the day, and perhaps you put your baby in the rocker and he doesn't want to stay there, just back your baby and do all your chores. At night you both sleep. That is okay. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. Please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be among those that will be notified. Okay, so on this channel I upload videos on natural health remedies and beauty remedies, also tips on how to go through a successful motherhood. Like I've said earlier, I'm a mother of 6, so I have experience on this field. Okay, yeah, I have experience in this game, so I'll be bringing to you tips about parenting, motherhood and all that. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. We have a lot coming up, and also natural remedies to health issues. Okay, yes, so if you've been following me, you know that I discuss things like that on this channel. So guys, it is very important that as a nursing mother you have a good rest. It is very important. Postpartum stress is really bad. Postpartum depression is really bad, and one of the causes of postpartum stress and depression is not having enough sleep. Okay guys, you really need to sleep. So, and there are situations whereby you can also ask someone to help you. If your spouse is around, your spouse can actually help you when baby wake up. It's not really all the time that baby wake up that they need feed. Yes, there are times that they just want to be carried, they just want that rocking. So your partner can actually help you rock the baby back to sleep. Or after you feed your baby and the baby is still awake, your partner can actually help you rock your baby back to sleep while you rest. And that is why we actually have omugo here in a part of the world. So if your mom if it's conducive and convenient for your mom to come over when you give birth, she'll be there to actually help you, assist you. And even at night you see mothers carry the baby and they help you rock your baby to sleep while you also sleep. So it is important to actually ask for help. Okay, so the next tip, guys, is to ensure that your baby is comfortable before putting your baby down to sleep. Okay, so make sure you clothe your baby appropriately, depending on the atmosphere, the weather, or the temperature, the room temperature. So if the room is hot, so you make sure that your baby is not over clothed. Okay, and if the room is cold, you make sure you cover up your baby, don't expose your baby to cold. Okay, and then also make sure your baby is going to sleep with fresh diaper. So when I say fresh diaper, I mean, yes, fresh diaper. Okay, yes, so that before he wets that very diaper, he would have had a good sleep, and you also would sleep. So guys, you need to sleep as a nursing mother. Postpartum depression and postpartum stress is actually real, and one of the leading cause is lack of sleep. So you need to make out your time. You need to find a way to also sleep while your baby is sleeping. Even during the daytime, while your baby is sleeping, also leave everything you're doing and sleep. Yes, work no dey finish. So no matter how hard you try to see that you want to finish up your work no dey finish. So you need to also leave everything and sleep, so that you be strong for your baby, so you be strong to take care of your baby. Okay, all right guys, the next one is patience. You need to be patient. Every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. So be patient and flexible in your approach. Celebrate small victories and don't be too hard on yourself. So that is it, guys, for this video. So in conclusion, remember that babies have different sleep patterns. Also remember that you need to make your baby sleep in a conducive environment, in a dark environment that is free from noise, and environment which, you know, the temperature is just suiting for your baby. Allow your baby to sleep. Like I said, when your baby wants to sleep, just put your baby down, allow your baby to go to sleep on his own. If your baby decides to suck his hand while sleeping, leave your baby to suck his hand. Okay, then make sure your baby is full before putting your baby down to sleep at night. Make sure your baby is full, like feed your baby very well. In that way, your baby would sleep for a longer period, and you also would sleep. Okay, so also like I said, I bathe my baby when I am about to go to bed myself, because after bathing him at night and feeding him, he usually sleep immediately. Yes, so he sleep immediately, and immediately he sleep, I to go to sleep. And like I said, I don't lie side by side with my baby, so that he doesn't, you know, continuously smell the breast milk. So I lie towards the leg side, so that his nose will be far away from the breast milk. In that way, he will sleep for a longer time, and I too would sleep. Okay, so, and I also talked about the positioning of the lying position. For me, after the first 1 month, I lie my baby on the tummy, but health practitioners for certain reasons said it is wrong, but it has worked for me. But I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. Okay, they said the best position is to lay your baby on his or her back, but my baby sleep well while lying on the tummy. Okay, so I'm not a deep sleeper as well, so I also once in a while just check my baby to make sure my baby is not choking. But for me, I feel babies would even choke when they are sleeping and their head is up. So whichever position you're placing your baby, just make sure that the head is lifted. Okay, make sure that the bed is in such a way that the head area is higher than, so that, you know, your baby would not choke. Okay, so that is it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. I am Vivian here, and my baby is Raphael. Yes. So see you in our next video. Remain blessed and bye for now.